Possible that evil is the crucible of goodness, and that Satan, despite himself, actually serves the will of God in his own way. The Exorcist is the story of Chris McNeil and her daughter Reagan. Reagan is seemingly possessed by a demon. It takes a long time to come to this conclusion, but of course the book is called The Exorcist, so we kind of know where it's headed. But everyone is tossing aside any sort of explanation that's not supernatural. Chris is not a believer in the divine, but eventually she crosses paths with Father Damien Karras, who is undergoing a bit of a crisis of faith right now. But he is called in as a psychiatrist to priests, is called to help her out and try to help her figure out what's going on, because she has a religious kind of bent towards what she thinks going on, but also this is a case of possible dual personality, they think. Who knows? But this is the story of him and how, an exorcism that eventually takes place. This book is truly unsettling. It is a truly scary book. Certainly, as a father, watching a child undergo all the horrible things that come along with this possession was a very difficult thing to listen to. But at the same time, it's more than just a scare fest. It is more than just something I believe that was meant to spook you. The book is artful, and it raises a lot of questions. It points the finger a little bit at how little we know about the human psyche. I mentioned this in my update video this week, but it makes the tiny little bit we know about how the human brain works. It points the finger at that and kind of makes a mockery of it. That when you really think about it, we know very little about how the human brain works. But it also asks bigger questions about faith, about how much faith is enough faith, about is any of this worth believing in, the church, whatever. What is the nature of evil? What is the purpose of evil? All these things, and it wraps it in such a dramatic, emotional, richly developed world and characters. Like, just this book is so good. If you have not read it, it is my recommendation that you run and do not walk to do so. I've already ordered a copy of it that I can read with my eyes, but I highly recommend the version read by the author. I wish that I could forget it and listen to it again. It was that good. So thanks for watching.